Hi Virgo, this is Angel Aura Divination, and I'm here to give the sign of Virgo their end of June 2021 intuitive tarot reading to answer the question, how do they feel about you, I think is what the title is. This is really going to be kind of an overall energy, though, about how you look to others when it comes to romance. So this could be about people that you deal with, like romantically, especially if you have multiple people that you deal with, but it could also be about how you look to a specific partner. And this is really going to get like the front energy, how you look outwardly, and then how you kind of actually are inwardly, and an exploration of that energy, what's kind of fueling you when it comes to love. So let's get into it. I'm using the Cosmic Tarot for this reading. This is the first time that I'm actually using this deck for these readings. I got this deck like literally yesterday. But yeah, so let's get into it for you, Virgo. Let's get some cards up for Virgo. How does Virgo look? How does Virgo feel? How does Virgo's people feel about them, etc., etc., etc. for the end of June 2021? Oh, we got a lot of cards. Oh, we got a lot of cards, and we're taking them. We're taking them. We're taking them. We have the King of Swords. We have the King of Cups. We have the Knight of Cups, which is the Prince of Pentacles in this card. I mean, what? We have the King of Cups. We have the Queen of Cups. This is a pair. We have the King of Swords. We have the Eight of Pentacles. King of Swords. We have the Eight of Pentacles. We have the Prince of Pentacles. Excuse me. We have the Seven of Wands. We have the Four of Wands. So you kind of have a lot of energies around you. If you're dealing with a water sign person, or if you have water sign placements, you might have already been in a relationship, or you might already be in a relationship. You've really met your match with this person. You have a spiritual connection, and that's beautiful. However, there is some decisions or is some defensiveness in this situation. I also kind of see, though, that one of you might be looking towards an air sign individual as well, or you might also have air signs placements, especially if you're the masculine. Actually, it's interesting because the way that the cards have come out, now that I'm looking at them, we have the King and the Queen here with each other, and then we have the King looking at another King. And this King is the King of Wands. This is the King of Swords, and this is the King of Cups. Regardless of their signs, the King of Swords is in air energy, the King of Cups is in water energy. So this person could be like literally like in a spiritual relationship, the King and Queen of Cups, if they're not literally married to each other. The King of Swords is kind of a standalone energy in this reading, at least. We have the Prince of Pentacles coming out, though, and this is kind of a secondary energy to the King of Swords. So this could be you as well, Virgo, depending on where you're at. And this doesn't necessarily even have to denote that somebody's in a relationship. It could just be their energies. Or this could literally be three people, regardless of the relationships they have together, right? The Queen of Cups kind of talks about an intuition when it comes to relationships and how you kind of look to others right now with the King, Queen of Cups, and the King of Swords, and the Prince of Pentacles coming out for your overall energy, Virgo. You're very guarded when it comes to relationships, but it's because you have a lot of emotions to share with other people. You are very intuitive, and you are kind of seeking out a spiritual connection with somebody. You might look like you're in a relationship, whether you are or not, or you might even seem like you're in a relationship to others, or like you're looking for your perfect match. But even if this person's in your energy, it kind of seems like you're not really focused on them if this is your perfect match energy, regardless of your actual gender. The Prince of Pentacles kind of tells me, though, that you're looking for something that's going to be long-term, long-lasting, something that could also possibly fuel you in the material realm. So you might even be looking for somebody who you could work with, or somebody who could bring you money. The King and Queen of Cups also kind of tells me, though, that you and whoever it is that you are dealing with are some kind of pair, whether that's like a spiritual relationship or like a soulmate, twin flame kind of thing, or whether that's like a literal marriage. It's kind of hard to tell. The Eight of Pentacles, the Seven of Wands, the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands would denote a marriage, yes. The Seven of Wands would denote defensiveness. So let's kind of get into that a little bit here, just talk about it. And we have the Eight of Pentacles here as well. The Eight of Pentacles talks about spiritual work towards a higher goal, especially if you are looking for, like, okay, they're even saying the Eight of Pentacles here, you could be literally looking for fame with somebody, or you're looking for, like, they said renown. You want to be popular, you want to be famous, you want to be well known, you want to be appreciated and cherished, and you're kind of working towards that. And this relationship that you're in with this person is just you kind of pushing towards that. by making good decisions and taking it slow and easy in this relationship as well. If you're married to this person, the Seven of Wands kind of tells me that this relationship is not necessarily easy and it's something that you have to defend. If you're looking for a relationship with a water sign person, it's still going to be true about that relationship. The next cards that we have out, we have the Three of Wands, we have the Ace of Pentacles, we have the Four of Cups, and we have the Wheel of Fortune. So let's get through these. The first thing that I want to say about the Three of Wands coming out is that we have a lot of passion between you and somebody else. I honestly get the impression, Virgo, that somebody has a lot of passion towards you, especially if you are dealing with a water sign, like I said. This person could even be a fire sign placement as well. The Three of Wands is somebody who wants to take an adventure. So if you're like, if you're far away from somebody, and they want to travel towards you, or you want to travel towards them, that would be this relationship that's being specified here. But that also could just be the energy of, like, you know, the potential partners that you might be dealing with at this time. The Ace of Pentacles kind of talks about a new beginning when it comes to materials. I think that's something that you're trying to strive for here. They're also saying that this has something to do with stability and abundance, so you could just be looking for a more stable job. The Four of Cups talks about a rejection energy, but the Four of Cups also kind of talks about a disappointment, where it's kind of like you know what you have, but you know what you have is not enough. You don't really appreciate it to the degree that you need to, so you're not really manifesting more because you're kind of wallowing in the fact that you don't have everything you need in this relationship or in these relationships that you're entertaining right now, which is kind of like, it's melancholy energy. The Wheel of Fortune is saying that, you know, positive cycles are coming towards you as once you kind of take a chance towards them. You know, there's a lot of good energy around you. You just kind of have to open yourself up to the universe to have those in your have that energy in your romantic sector. Let's get some more cards out for Virgo. This energy is kind of all over the place, but it's kind of also, it's like, it's easy to decipher, but a lot of the energies that you're kind of thinking about, or that you're, you know, are being communicated to me through these tarot cards, they're kind of separated. So it's like you might be thinking about multiple people, or you might have multiple options when it comes to love, and that might be something that's difficult for you to really grasp. And so right now you're in a very melancholy period where you're really desiring a deeper relationship, or you have a deeper relationship and you're looking outside of that. I also kind of get the impression, though, that there's a strong defensiveness about protecting your assets as well. You might be dealing with people who kind of want something from you, like money. We have the Moon here. We also have Justice. So you could have a Cancer or a Libra placement as well, or possibly a Pisces placement, or you could be dealing with somebody with these placements as well. This is Justice. There's a heavy emphasis on balance here, especially spiritually, with any relationships that you are dealing with. And this is kind of the influencing energies that's kind of promoting this spiritual, I'm looking for my soulmate, I'm really trying to make good choices, I really want to take things slow energy, is that you want to protect your assets, you want to have a spiritual relationship, and you want to be able to have positive cycles, even if you've had disappointment in the past, even if you have to travel. They're even saying something about a destination wedding. The Moon and Justice are also kind of an indication, though, that things are going to be on your side, but you're going to have to go through a personal journey of karma and of an understanding of balance and what that really means for you on a spiritual level before you're going to have any kind of divine relationship with anyone, unless you're already married or unless you're already in that relationship yourself. Yeah. And that's pretty straightforward. It's like, this isn't really difficult energy. You're looking for new beginnings right now. And honestly, it kind of seems like you're focused more on your finances, your job. But it's like, you're even in that, you're still, the reason why you might look like you're focused on your finances or your job, if that's who I'm talking to, is because you have a lot of passion and romance and emotions in your life. And even though some of that's very disappointing, it's still enough to fuel you into looking for more finances. And if, especially for those of you who are kind of looking for fame and fortune, I guess, which is really what this reading has become. I don't know why. Oh, we have the Magician and we have the Princess of Wands. I'm not going to say that. Okay, y'all are manifesting a new beginning, or you're learning how. And I think you could even be manifesting a new beginning with the fire sign person if you're not in a relationship with this person already. But it's kind of like, moving forward, you're going to need to be more focused and have a deeper understanding about the cause and effect of your actions. And that's what's really being called for you with the Magician and the Princess of Wands. The advice is that you need to be more aware of the cause and effect of your actions. The things that you do are ultimately going to be affecting the relationships that you have, the emotional connections that you have, and also the way that you look outwardly. Right now, you're being very much fueled by your desire to travel, your desire to have a deeply committed emotional connection, your desire to have abundance, fame, and fortune, and your desire to be balanced. But you're ultimately very burdened by the fact that situations in the past have not always worked out in your favor, and you're still trying to be positive and hopeful for new beneficial cycles in your life, but you're going to have to put in effort to actually make those things happen. And that's kind of what I'm not seeing, is that you're, when it comes to how you actually look outwardly, you're very guarded, you're very cutting, you're very decisive, you kind of move slow towards things. Not bad energy. This actually sounds very much like Virgo, but your focus on balance is what's going to get you through this, especially when it comes to having balanced resources. Monetary gain is not the only resource in this earth, on this plane. It can be, and it is a great resource, but what you spend your money on is also important. How the relationships you have are also important. It's kind of like, just because you have friends does not mean that every friend you have is looking for your best interest and things like that. And since you're kind of developing your monetary resources and you're doing all this traveling, and you might even already, and some of you already even have these deeply committed relationships, it's kind of like, well, A, why are you even listening to this reading? But B, you need to start focusing on being a more well-rounded individual and really showcasing that. And that's really where this reading is kind of led. It's kind of like, if it's kind of like, it's almost like you're checking off the boxes when it comes to who you are, or how to be a functional person. It's kind of a creepy energy to be in, though. That's all I have for you, Virgo. I'm going to leave it at that. If this resonated for you, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. Leave a like for this video if you like it. And subscribe. Thanks. Bye, Virgo.